Tonight, almost live, it's America Tonight. 30 minutes of TV on the UBS network, located on the UBS Broadcasting Mall in El Tacoma, California, the unfinished furniture capital of the world, with Tony Roletti, who will finally get what's coming to him. Joni Sherwood, the thing that's coming to him. Rabbi Abraham Shecky Stein, comedy rabbi to the stars. Chance Roletti, who must be following in Tony's footsteps because he can't dance either. And a special guest star, Mr. Tom Waits, who's in a hurry because Tom waits for no man. I just made that up myself. Anyway, with the music of Happy Kind and the Mirthmakers, and me, I'm Jerry Hubbard. Hi, everybody. And now your host and mine, the formal Mr. Bart Kimball.
Thank you. Well, that's our show for tonight. I'm so confused. I'm sorry. It's just starting. I get dressed up and I get a little out there. It is me, Barth Gimbel, and if you know me the way I know me, you should realize that Barth Gimbel, and that's me, for those of you who just tuned in a few seconds late, you should realize that I would only wear clothes like this on maybe 3 occasions. A funeral, a wedding, or a formal bowling tournament. Well, you don't see any dead people around here yet. And bowling only hurts my ears when all those pins fall over at once, which is what happens when I play. And so you guessed it, the answer is wedding. But don't worry, girls, it's not mine. Okay. I know that could cause a lot of cardiac arrest out there. I wouldn't want to try that. Tonight, one of our regular visitors, singer Tony Roletti, will be tying the knot on our show. Now, I know some of us wish he would tie that knot around his voice box. Only kidding, Tony. We always kid Tony. I know there's some cynics out there, though, that are thinking, uh-oh, here's another typical Barth Gimbel scheme to get ratings. Wrong. We're obviously not doing this for ratings because Tony's an unknown. So why are we doing it? Okay. Because Tony begged me. And I hold begging friends above ratings any day. So, Abby, can we have a little wedding drum roll over there as Jerry reads the formal invitation? Jerry,
yes. To the people of the viewing public, Barth Gimbel and me, Jerry Hubbard, cordially invite you to the wedding of their frequent guest, Anthony T. Roletti, to Miss Joni Sherwood of El Tacoma, California. When? Tonight. Where? Here. How? By a rabbi. Why? Because they love each other.
Thank you. And just like the engraving, the reader was embossed. I like that. That's really pretty.
And yes, you know, I want to say something right here. Tony Roletti is one of our friends, and so many, the show business world has lost so many wonderful singers recently who have gone up to that great Hall of Fame in the sky. Bing, of course, Elvis. And so many people have heard Tony sing, are looking forward to the day when he also will join them up there, kind of in perpetuity.
And share that greatness, absolutely.
Yes.
I think the share of it that is owed to him so desperately.
Right, I can't.
Obviously his.
Yes, I can't wait for that time myself.
We're all holding our breath. Yeah. Anyway, I said I'd be put begging friends above ratings any day, and that's just the way the Gimbel guy is made, and that's true. But I have to tell you, it was close. And just to be sure that the marriage of Tony will not mean a divorce from our audience and bad ratings, we've also booked a genuine celebrity on our show. Please welcome one of my best friends. I've met him, well, once now, and it's just wonderful. Please welcome concert and recording star, Mr. Tom Waits.
How are you?
Nice to see you. Come have a seat. Have some candy.
We're all in black today, eh?
Yep. These kisses should be on. What are they doing on top? What are these kisses doing on top? I've told you, the girls out there, time and time again, I like my kisses on the bottom. Well,
Maybe the hot lights get hot and they were afraid they'd melt down there.
Maybe that's
Anyway.
it. Well, Tom, welcome. Nice to see you.
Nice to be here.
Yeah, we got matches here from our matchless friends down at the liquor store. You've been away for, well, you visited us in Fernwood there for a while. Now you've been out touring and that kind of, does that get to be a real drag? Just
Well, I've been playing in big rooms now.
You play in big rooms. Any new albums coming out, that kind of thing?
I have an album called Music to Seduce a Divorced Waitress By, which will be out.
Should be popular with a lot of people I know. Yeah. And how about seasonal hits, anything like that?
Well, seasonal hits.
You know, a lot of people do special. You have a Christmas album by any chance?
As a matter of fact, I am going to be releasing Tom Waits' Christmas album in the middle of August coming up here.
Well, we can look for that. That way it'll get in the stores. That's great. 'Cause I've tried to find some of your records around, and I don't know. I thought it was interesting because we were talking backstage about that plan your record company had for distributing them, hiding them in various fields around the country, but didn't seem to really turn the tide. But we could go on talking like this all night.
I imagine we could. Yeah.
Except I just hate the prospect of job hunting, so we'll be right back.
I bet Tony's in a hurry, too, if you know what I mean.
That's right, you know. Have you met the bride and groom back there, or the bride-to-be and the groom-to-be?
They look like Benson and Hedges back there.
That's great. Well, you really don't have to know them, and it's, I don't think you really want to. It's just your name we're after, Tom. And Tom will be here for the next half hour, so don't anybody touch that old TV dial just because of Tony Roletti. You might be missing some of Tom Waits. So, okay, let's get things started. Let's meet the man of the hour. Why not? Or actually the half hour, or the half man of the half hour, whatever you want to call it. Only seems like an hour when he sings. You know, it's Tony Roletti. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, direct from the pump room at the Coma Cabana Inn, Mr. Tony Roletti.
Someone to sing me a song. So many dreams I keep deep inside me, Lord, in the dark. Now you come along and you light up my life. You give me hope to carry on. You light up my days and fill up my nights with songs. It can't be wrong. It feels so right. 'Cause you light up my life. Please be my wife. You'll have no strife. I'll pull out my knife. Hey, you're the tribe. You are so good looking.
Tony, wow. All right. Tony, this is Tom Waits. How you doing?
Great.
This is great. Well, Tony, gee, come over and have a seat. We only have a few minutes, but why don't we talk a little bit? You know Tom? Of course.
Tomo, how you doing?
Two great singers on one couch. Woo!
Almost too much.
Incredible.
Those are my people.
I know a lot of people want to hear Tony talk, because the more he talks, the less he sings. Come on. We're kidding, Tony. How are you? You ready to walk down that last mile?
I'm just all a bubble from my head to my toe.
Why don't you tell us something about the lovely bride?
Oh, I tell you.
She's a voice teacher, I hope. Hey, I'm just kidding you again. If we can't get each other.
Who can we kid? Well, I tell you, Bart, she's just a real sweetheart. My little Joni, she's just something else. She's a singing waitress at Hung Far Low Chinese restaurant. And I tell you, it was love at first song. I tell you, she's just a doll. I just love her. She's great. And she's in show business just like myself.
Is that right?
That's right. We fell in love and went to Vegas, spent a few days looking at the stars. She's just groovy.
Now, who's going to be performing this ceremony tonight?
Oh, well, I'm very, very proud of this. The gentleman that's going to be performing the ceremony is the rabbi to all the stars, very famous rabbi, Rabbi Abraham Sheckystein.
Oh, yes.
They know him. Only the best
Rabbi
will
was here
tell.
once before, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
He's a great guy.
Now, are you Jewish?
No, I'm not of the Yiddish persuasion.
Could you be persuaded? Just easy.
But Joni's not Yiddish either. In fact, she's some sort of Lutheran or something.
Really? So I take it then it's going to be not really going to be your traditional ceremony, huh?
No, we've decided to make up our own vows. They're kind of musical vows, and we like to look at it as kind of a medley of love in the key of marriage.
So you'd be meddling in love. That's nice. Okay, well, it sounds promising. And, Tony, so why don't we just get started with this whole thing, okay? And we will have live and in color the wedding of Tony Roletti and, of course, Tom Waits, our celebrity guest, right after these words. So don't go away.
Thank you very much. Good evening, greetings, shalom, and bucha, everybody. How are you? Nice to see you. My flock. The flock out there and the flockettes. All the brethren, sistren, cousin, and uncrin. Very nice indeed. I'm, of course, Rabbi Abraham Shicky Stein, and believe me, the pleasure is mine. We're going to have a wonderful, wonderful wedding here with some fine performers, human beings, both of them. And my pleasure, as they say in Yiddish, as they say in the old Hebrew Jewish faith, which reminds me of a very funny story. You're gonna love this. This woman is on a honeymoon with her furrier husband, you see. I'm laughing because I know what's coming up. But I tell you, you probably heard it. But she's on the honeymoon. They go to Africa. You see, it's a big wasteland in Africa. Nothing out there, just mosquitoes, lingies, schabens, joidens biting. It's the net. All of a sudden, they spy in the wilderness a synagogue right in the distance. A synagogue. And the furrier's wife turns to the furrier and said, "I be shaden with the coat. Give me a native." A native, she said that. Now, at this particular time, I'd like to do a series of impressions of some of the fine celebrities, past and furious. Who can ever forget Jimmy Cagney? Jimmy Cagney for the motion picture Yankee Doodle Enemy. Many years ago, you'll remember this. You dirty shachada Zayden. Huh? You can do it, doesn't matter. Now, Jack Benny. Fine indeed. Some remember, others forget. Here, Jack Benny. Now look at Rochester. Mishbechaiten, Zugi, Baseman, Lingi, Shachal. Now got that. Thank you. And here, Ed Sullivan. Remember Ed Sullivan? Ed Sullivan. Right out there, right in our shoe, is the tallest, the cottage, there's Mishpucha on our little Italian schleck on our shoe, Okay, now back to this solemn. Do you know that?
Yeah, I have it, Joe.
Fine indeed.
Jerry, I think this is kind of a solemn occasion.
Yes. Back to the solemn occasion. Solemn occasion of this wedding where we join two acts. Two acts become one. Why? Because it's mystical. And as they say in the old Hebrew tradition, Moses said to the Israelites and to the Israel darts, because it takes all kinds. Am I kidding? I wouldn't be kidding at this point. He said, and may you carry those words throughout your entire married life, even into the next day.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Actually, I think it's kind of groovy.
Oh, far in. Very nice. Nice indeed. And now, before we get to the vows, the actual vows for these two human beings in performance, I want to ask anybody out there, anybody, not including the agents, who find any just cause why these two acts, these two headliners, should not get together, let him speak now or forever hold his whatever. Exactly.
Do you have any objections, Tom? Okay, that's great.
Very nice. All right.
I'd like to talk to Tom for a moment. We do have a special guest, Mr. Tom Waits, so you people go right on with what you're doing. There'll be no problem.
Certainly.
It's great to have you here at the Roletti Sherwood wedding special. And,
I had nothing else.
a father?
All right, here they are, the vows that these two kids have written for each other.
Can we get a shot of that? Okay. Now, who gets this?
We're gonna have the vows first. It was...
Okay, well, I want you to have it first.
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
1 second.
Okay, I think we're ready now. Dearly beloved, as we walk through the valley of the shadow of your smile, I promise to be your warm personal friend and a truly beautiful human being to you always. I, Joanie, do promise to light up your life. Yes, you got me, babe. Take it, baby.
I, Tony, couldn't live without you, babe. You are the sunshine of my life. I'll help make it through the night. But try to remember just once in a while to sing in the clouds. Because if we can't kid each other, baby, who can we kid? In all sincerity, well, this could be the start of something big.
Those vows, right? Boy, those are vows. Are you kidding? Now it's time for the bride to present the groom with the ever-popular, fantastic Medallion of Love. How about it for this medallion? Watch it, huh?
Are we getting glare on these flowers?
Very lovely, very lovely. And now, Mr. Music, please, here we go. Do you, Miss Sherwood, take Anthony T. Roletti as your ever-loving Mojave till death do your part?
I do, babe, I do. I do, doodly-doo. And love is like a brother with all of my heart.
And do you take you singing, yeah, hey, waitress, to be your hunky-dunky till the cows moch a leg?
Because I love you, I'll put no one above you.
And may it last much longer than Cher did with Greg. Now, just in case you forgot, thank you. My name is Rabbi Abraham Shecky Stein, and again, the weather is fine. I'm very, very pleased. If you're ever in Las Vegas, you want to see me at my synagogue, my temple, the B'nai Dunes. And now, back to the ceremony, the famous presentation of the wedding rings. How you go? Let's exchange the wedding rings right now. Gonna exchange it. Very nice. How about that for an exchange?
The rings are also courtesy of the Altijo Jewelry Exchange, where their motto is, thousands of stones, some of them precious.
And now, by the power, there are no cups, by the power vested in me, I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride. Here's the toast now.
Here you go.
Let's put the cups.
Who wanted the diet? Tony,
I had. Well, we had 2 diets. All right, this is fine.
Okay.
what do you say?
This is the famous l'chaim. This is the famous toast. You put your cups on the ground, and at the count, 1, 2, 3. The wedding is commenced.
Well, I certainly hope I wish I owned a little bit of the Kleenex company for you folks at home right now, because you probably feel like I do, and boy, that stock went up. Well, it seems we've run out of time tonight. Time really flies. We had a special wedding reception all planned for Tony and Joni, but now we'll have to wait until tomorrow night for that reception.
Okay. Yeah. That's right. And in the interest of integrity and decency on television, it would not be right for the newlyweds to spend the night together and then come back tomorrow for the reception. So we've just talked to Tony and Joni, and they've agreed to spend the night apart. We said, look at it this way. What's more important, the chance to appear 2 nights in a row on a network television show, or you two have your little fling?
Absolutely. And they both agreed that they could be together anytime, but television appearances may not come that easy. So, tonight, Joni will be staying where we can keep an eye on her at the beautiful Beverly Coma Motor Hotel, where comfort is not just a word, it's a dream.
Right. Meanwhile, Tony will just go home. We figure old Tony can't get into too much trouble. It took him 6 years to find this one.
That's right. So please join us tomorrow night for the continuation of the Roletti Sherwood wedding. The reception will be held right here on our stage. Meanwhile, Tony and Joni will be kept as pure as the driven snow for another 24 hours.
There may be just a little pollution in that snow, but we'll hear more about that tomorrow.
Say that. Good night.
Anthony T. Roletti as your ever-loving mock-out day till death.
Also appearing on tonight's show were Bill Kirchenbauer as Tony Roletti, Kip King as Rabbi Abraham Sheckenstein, Judy Kahn as Joni Sherwood, and a special guest appearance by Tom Waits.
Singing, hey, waitress, cut me your hunky-dunk. Tell me how it's look I like you. I do, 'cause I love you. I'll put no one above you. And may it last much longer than Cher did with Greg. Beautiful!
Tonight, mostly live, it's America Tonight, 30 minutes of TV on the UBS network, located on the UBS Broadcasting Mall in El Tacoma, California, the unfinished furniture capital of the world. Tonight's special program is part 2 of the Tony Roletti, Joni Sherwood wedding, with Rabbi Abraham Shecky Stein, Rabbi to the stars, young Chance Roletti, who must be following in his uncle's footsteps because he can't dance either, and special return guest star Tom Waits, who's back tonight to chow down at the reception. Happy Kind, whose Taco and Run will be catering tonight's party, the Mirth Makers, who will be crashing it, and me, I'm Jerry Hubbard. And now here's your host and mine, Mr. Barth Gimbel.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, folks. This is so much fun. If you were with us last night, you saw alleged singer Tony Roletti marrying the singing waitress at Hung Far Low's Chinese restaurant, the almost lovely Joni Sherwood. We ran out of time, actually, before the wedding reception got underway, but we didn't want all those rented tables to go to waste, not to mention the paper plates and plastic cups, which I understand that once you open them, they can't be returned. So we have everybody back here tonight for the reception, including special guest star Tom Waits. And as you know, Tony and Joni agreed for the purposes of television propriety to spend last night in separate lodgings until the entire marriage ceremony could be completed on tonight's program. Joni spent the night at the Beverly Coma Motor Hotel under the watchful eye of our UBS Standards and Practices staff, and that's Mr. Trini Chico Morales. Well, here's Jackie. Thanks for that.
That's right. And Tony, we have it on good authority, spent the night just roaming around the UBS mall.
So he says.
Yeah, and I should add that Tony was completely alone to his everlasting credit and frustration.
Well, that's right, and I understand he had a little problem for a minute there with the police on their night patrol. They asked Tony what he was doing, pacing up and down alone at 3 o'clock in the morning, and they confiscated his rug. They took his toupee and checked it out to see if he was holding any drugs or anything illegal in there, but the rug was clean, and so was Tony. Anyway, Tony explained that he had just gotten married, and his wife was at the Beverly Coma with Chico Morales. So I guess the police kind of felt sorry for him, and they bought him coffee and a donut, so the night wasn't a complete loss, that's for sure.
Now, for anyone who might have missed last night's beautiful wedding, we can roll some tape here to show you some of the highlights. First, Tony did his opening song.
And you light up my life. You give me hope to carry on. You light up my days and fill up my nights with song. You can't be wrong.
Actually, that number lasted about 2 minutes is all.
That's right, it only seemed like 20. Then, of course, there was the wedding march.
And then the couple exchanged vows that they had written themselves on a napkin.
Dearly beloved, as we walk through the valley of the shadow of your smile, I promise to be your warm personal friend and a truly beautiful human being to you always. I, Joanie, do promise to light up your life. Yes, you got me, babe. Take it, baby.
I, Joanie, couldn't live without you, babe. You are the sunshine of my life. I'll help you make it through the night.
I thought that was very moving. As they were singing, I could kind of feel it in my stomach. You know how your stomach starts to turn at a moment like that?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, Jerry. Sure does. And then, of course, there was the traditional ceremony of the anxious bride and groom slobbering all over each other.
You may kiss the bride.
All right, that's it. That's how it happened, right here on our stage last night. Now, everyone is back tonight for the wedding reception, so why don't you folks all go out to your refrigerators right now, get a diet soft drink and a ham sandwich, a little mustard, mayo, whatever, and you'll feel like you're right here with us, okay? We'll be right back after this word. We're back here. We're back here at the wedding of Tony Roletti and now Joanie Roletti. And, of course, we're with Happy Kind of the Mirth Makers, the wonderful Rabbi Shecky Stein, and, of course, our special guest, Mr. Tom Waits. Tom, how do you think about the ceremony so far? Pretty nice, huh?
It's just fascinating.
So, listen, we've been traveling all over the United States.
I do quite a bit of traveling.
Is there any place sticking in your mind?
Excuse me, pardon me. You know, I'd kind of like to give you a chance to dance with the bride.
Oh, you hear that? Isn't that amazing that she wants to dance with our special guest, Mr. Tom Waits? Here we go. We don't see this every day. You know the step?
I think I can take care of business.
Just put it on there. I'll hold it. I won't touch it. Okay. All right. So anyway, what I was asking was, you've played all over the country, and any place in particular really sticks in your mind?
Well, I've worked a lot of joints. I worked a little place outside of Cincinnati. It was, actually originally was nothing more than a men's room. They decided to knock out a wall and build on, you know what I mean?
Really?
I did 2 shows a night.
2 shows a night?
Uh-huh. We had an opening act. But I do a great deal of traveling nowadays.
That's fantastic.
I'm just a little sweetheart.
They're talking amongst themselves right now. Tony, you don't get jealous, do you?
I think we can really...
You don't get jealous, do you?
No.
I have a feeling... Hi. I have a feeling that we might have a little marriage trouble here if we don't stop the music right now. Happy. Okay.
And, by the way, I think I should point out now that the reception is being catered by my restaurant, the Taco and Run.
True.
And I wanted to show you over here. Here's what we have. We're serving the Taco Regulario, you see. See, this is a very good taco. It's the regular taco that we serve. And then we have here the taco, this one is the taco con carne. Carne is a Spanish word meaning meat, and con is an American word, so con, it really isn't meat, is what I'm getting at. And especially...
Happy?
Yes.
Happy the rabbi doesn't like this kind of Mexican food. Maybe he could, you could get him a ham sandwich and a glass of milk or something.
You do, I think maybe later on. Well, it's in the machines.
No.
And if you've got change, we've got what you need.
This is going to get that marriage off to a running start, I'll tell you that much.
That's right. We don't serve kosher at our place. That's the reason I can't get my ham sandwich.
Try it. Maybe you like it.
But anyway,
Now, Happy, what's this special one right here?
this special one right here. Oh, we have another special before that. No, it won't say anything.
Oh.
It doesn't talk.
It'll say something a little later, won't it, Dan? Maybe I'm just premature.
But you know, in honor of the occasion tonight, the wedding of the Rolettis, I am introducing a brand new taco with kind of a musical flavor. We call it Taco Rolettio. And not only that, it's symbolical. Because what it is 2 slices of ham joined together in a corn tortilla with a few crusty crumbs gathered around, and to spice it up, a shot of hot sauce.
Wow! That's great. And that's these right here, huh?
That's right. This, if you open up like this, you see.
Oh!
Now that's food.
Absolutely. Well, maybe later on we'll have pigs in a blanket. Who knows? That's wonderful. Well, that's fantastic, Hap. Now, I think why don't we all just go over and have a seat, and we'll sit down and celebrate. I don't want everyone getting fat on your wedding night, right? So let's go over here and sit down and continue celebrating this marriage. There we go. Tony Roletti and Mrs. Roletti. That's just amazing. Rabbi, you can have a seat. I don't know.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You people are allowed to sit on couches, I guess.
Oh, yes, we stand up in them, too.
That's great. Tom, you're comfy.
This is not bad.
Okay.
Not bad.
So, Tony, we never really heard the story of how you two fell in love. We never really heard the story of how you two fell in love.
Oh, well, I tell you, that's quite a story. Why don't you tell it?
Oh, no, go on, hon, you tell it.
No, you tell him.
Well, maybe I should tell it for crying out loud.
No, you tell it.
No. All right, hey, you're twisting my arm.
Okay.
You know, it all began when Mrs. Farlow gave me the night off.
Had a little furlough from Farlow, huh?
Right, really. Where was Hung?
He was gone.
Gone far?
No, hung far.
Oh.
Low.
So Farlong had gone far, or Farlong was gone too far? Or Farlow was too far gone?
No, he was dead.
Ah, so.
Yeah. You know, I had heard about old Tony, this crazy kind of guy I like to call my husband now. He'd been singing up a storm down there at the Coma Cabana Inn.
Yeah, that's
right
the
there at the pump room. Yeah.
Yeah, I was working up a storm, I tell you, working down, and singing and playing. She walked in, and it was love at first note.
Just flip your wig, huh?
Yeah.
Let your hair down. Yeah, that's great. Now, what kind of show are you doing down there? Are you still doing the show you were doing before, both songs?
Both songs, I'm at the end. We do 5 shows a night, and I'm in 2 of them.
Woo.
And when I'm on stage, there's no cover and no minimum, so come on down.
Well, the only minimum down there would be your talent. Just easy.
Just kidding. 'Cause we can't beat each other.
Who can?
We can. Absolutely.
Anyway, I knew that this kind of guy was the right guy for me as soon as I saw him. I loved his voice, I loved his eyes, and I didn't even mind his rug.
That's fantastic. And you mean you could tell right away?
Oh, yeah. And it didn't bother me. I mean, after all, I figured his rug was kind of a bonus for me. You know, show business is a crazy kind of lonely game. And I knew there'd be plenty of nights when my Tony would be on the road, and this way I'd have a little piece of him to keep beside me. I could run my fingers through his hair without his head even being there.
That's wonderful. Also, Tony, you're a heck of a guy, too, because I think it goes without saying that she did have quite a reputation around town, and a lot of guys that would say, hey, no way I'm going to marry her, but she did, and I think that's really... No, seriously, quite seriously, he is man enough to say, I'm going to forget about that. And if only the rest of the men that we're talking about are man enough to say the same thing, that they forget about it, I think you're going to have a heck of a life ahead of you.
Well, let me say, she's the best, and I think a lot of guys in town will agree with that. Come on, we're kidding, huh? We're kidding.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You won't have to worry about her fooling around after you're married, because you can only do that kind of thing once in a lifetime, and it's all over.
Hey, we're having fun here, and that's what it's all
great.
about, isn't it?
Well, Joni, now that you're married, are you gonna give up your career? And I'm not talking about the old one. I mean the singing career.
No.
Are you gonna give up your career such as it is?
No. I've always believed that a woman's place is behind the microphone, and as of now, we're a musical team.
Yeah, although, hey, Tone, you know, we did plan on having a little family of our own after all.
If we can't have a kid with each other, who can we have a kid with?
Oh, my God.
Wonderful. You're a family team and a musical team. It's just great.
Oh, God.
You can be together, actually, until the day you die, which is wonderful. And if
I
you
like to look at it that way.
Oh, so do we. And it can happen so easily, even on stage. Who knows?
You know, I would be remiss as a co-host and as the best man, although I think Joni should decide that, if we didn't have a little bachelor party for our friend here. Am I right? We didn't have much time. The wedding came so quick. So everyone have a cigar.
Jerry, they're already married. It's too late.
No, it's never too late to have a little bachelor party. Everyone light up a cigar, and I think it's time now. Now, Joni, in these bachelor parties, what they do, the men get together, and they talk kind of risque, tell dirty jokes and all. Kind of give our bachelor friend a good send-up before he falls into the hands of that old battle axe. Nothing personally, you understand? But he might as well laugh now, because there's not going to be much laughing afterwards. Okay, let me get the ball rolling here. Let me start out with a kind of a risque story. A man came up to a farmhouse, and he says, are you okay, Tony?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to have to get a room tonight, Tony. That sounds bad.
Keep coughing. It might give you lower your voice. But I'll tell you something. Now, the salesman came up, Rabbi, and I can't do the bechem and yachagas, but he came up and he says, do you have a room for the night? And the lady says, you'll have to sleep upstairs in the spare bedroom with the school teachers. He says, that's okay, as long as, I know one about a Texan in a men's room where the French guy comes in. Anyway, you see, it's never too late to have a bachelor party. Isn't it great? We're having fun.
Well, actually, Jerry, it's kind of boring.
Oh, no, come on.
No, it isn't. I'm having a real good time.
Yeah, it's fun. And don't kid me, kid him. He's the bachelor, although I don't think he really is a bachelor. Or he is still a bachelor, because the wedding has not been consummated yet, has it?
Consummated? No, Jerry, you're right. It hasn't been consummated. Neither of you have had your marriage soup yet, have you? Speaking of noodles, let's use it, Jerry. Okay.
Okay. We have one more special treat, Tony. I think you know who it is. It's your nephew, Chance Roletti. Tony, why don't you introduce him?
Well, I tell you, Chance is my sister's little kid, and he's wanted to get in show business for quite a while. And, you know, he kind of fancies himself to be kind of like a little Tony Roletti, you know, and I give him all the tips I can. And he's here today. He's just a dynamite, talented little kid. Would you welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Chance Roletti.
Well, that's about all the time we have for tonight. I just want to say it's been a wonderful, wonderful evening, and it couldn't have been that way without Happy Kind and the Mirth Makers, Jerry Hubbard. Rabbi Stein,
Thank you.
the nephew of the groom. I want to tell you something. I want to tell you something also that's kind of cute. I think I was talking to Chance Roletti during the commercial there, and it's nice to hear about kids' dreams coming true. He said to me, Barth, he said, I wanted to be in show business in the worst way, and it's nice to know he's able to accomplish that at such a young age. You've done it. Well, congratulations to the bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Roletti, at this point. And I think there's no better way to really make a tribute to these people than through music. And fortunately, we have a very special guest with us, Mr. Tom Waits. And when he plays and sings, it's almost like music. So, again, thank you very much, and good night.
Couples, I get a little choked up on occasions like this. Actually, the closest I've ever been to marriage is I was the best man at a friend of mine's divorce. But, all my friends are married. Every Tom and Dick and Harry must be strong if you're to go it alone. Here's to all the bachelors and the Bowery bums, those who feel that they're the ones better off without a wife. I like to sleep into the crack of noon, midnight island at the moon. Oh, now when I want to, come home when I please. I have to ask permission if I want to go out fishing. I'll never have to ask for the keys. Well, I've never been didn't get me down. He was wanted for assault. No, he said it worth his fault. No, the coppers rode that sucker right out of town. I'm gonna be sleeping until the crack of noon. Listen to all your dirty news. I'm thankful for these friends I do receive. I'm gonna be sleeping until the crack of noon.
Also appearing on tonight's show were Bill Kirchenbauer as Tony Roletti, Kip King as Rabbi Abraham Shecky Stein, Judy Kahn as Joni Sherwood, Chance Taylor as Chance Roletti, and a special guest appearance by Tom Waits.
I wanna go out fishing. No, I'll never have to ask for the key. Midnight island at the moon. Oh, now when I want to, coming on when I need. Have to ask permission if I want to go out fishing. No, I'll never have to ask for the key.